Deion Sanders is losing recruits. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think this is happening. Because in September, there was no other program that was hotter than Colorado. Everybody wanted a piece of Deion, the Buffaloes, College Game Day, Fox, noon kickoff. Everybody, celebrities are there. I don't know where everybody is now. Like if I'm Deion, I say to my celebrity friends, now's when I need you. Now's when I want you to come out and support. But his son, Shador, has a fracture in his back. I think what happened is you probably got some kids who were verbally committing to Colorado in September. Now, all of a sudden, they're looking and going, that team isn't any good, which is what was stated on this show back in September, that they were entertaining. They weren't good, and they didn't have depth, and that's exactly how this played out. But everybody got caught up in, oh, my God, they're going to be a top 25. They can challenge maybe for, conference championship. Hey, how about Deion to the Cowboys? Well, because of those things where they cooled off considerably, Deion has been mentioned by his friends on these talk shows that he could, hey, why didn't he get Texas A&M? Hey, what about the Cowboys? Well, if you're a recruit or parents of a recruit, is he even going to be there? So all of this positive publicity that he got is turning into a negative because his friends on these talk shows keep saying, hey, why isn't he up for Texas A&M? Hey, what about the Cowboys? Okay, well, that's going to hurt recruiting. Also, NIL. Colorado doesn't have NIL money like these other schools, these collectives. And Deion has said, we're not an ATM. Don't come here to get rich. Well, if I'm a kid, Deion, you're rich. Your kids they're rich. Your son's driving a Maybach. Like, he's flossing with a watch. That's why we're coming there. We get to play for you. We get to make money. This is great. Get to be on TV, College Game Day. We can be on an Aflac commercial. I mean, this is awesome until it's not. Now this is reality. Reality is set in. I don't hear any of the, Stephen A. Smith or Keyshawn. Nobody's going out to Colorado. Now's when Deion needs you, although their season's over now. Yes, Mark.
And also, Colorado isn't a traditional powerhouse. Say if LSU was down and they were 4-9, they're still LSU. So they're still in the SEC. So Colorado, am I really going to go to Boulder?
Yeah. Well, this is hurting Deion. And Deion did say this. In fairness, he said, if you're going to get us this year. Because after that, he's running a business there. Like he's the first coach who's openly saying, we're running a business here. But he does act like the get off my lawn old school coach sometimes. It is about NIL. It is about collectives. It is about being a star. It is about going to Colorado, being a part of all of this. Well, in September, it was great. Hey, they beat TCU. Well, TCU's not good. But at the time, they were 21-point underdogs. Nebraska, not good. Colorado State. What did Colorado State end up this year? Great rivalry, great game, but these aren't big time opponents. They made USC competitive, but other than that, there was just sort of all right, and then all of a sudden reality set in. Yeah, Paulie.
It is funny though. Deion took over a team that was 1-11, and if they had quietly gone to 4-8 this year, let's say they won a game and then they lost 2, and they won a game and lost 2, like solid.
Yeah.
Improvement, very little coverage. It probably wouldn't have done much for recruiting, though. It would have been, I'm not sure which is better. Was the September of Colorado worth the next 3 months? Which has more of an impact long term? I'm not sure what the answer is.
Yeah. Andy Staples, college football writer, will join us coming up. I'll ask him that question. I think that's a fair question to ask. But And I don't have Deion has been on our show many, many times. I enjoy his company. It's a great interview, but I don't have any people say, oh yeah, now you were waiting for Colorado. No, I wasn't. Like all I want is content. If Colorado continue to win, great. If they don't, that's still content. I mean, Colorado State is 5-7 this year. What did TCU end up? Like they didn't beat anybody. Did they have a couple of players that, we really cared about? Yes. And they were interesting? Yes. Then reality set in, and now nobody cares. Nobody cared the last month of the season. Yes, Tom.
TCU also 5-7.
Yeah, these aren't good teams. Although last year they were in the Fiesta Bowl, but this year they weren't a good team. Yes, Mark.
September feels like 2 years ago. We all stayed up until 2:30 in the morning to watch Colorado versus Colorado State.
You're right.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I still remember my wife coming down. Oh, babe, what are you doing? I'm watching Colorado football. Who plays for them?